Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be, what is it going to be? I don't know what it is. Sorry for fixing my bra, but what is it gonna be? What is it gonna be? I'm really not in the mood to film today, but I feel like I did my makeup, might as well like film. But I feel like this is gonna be all over the place because I'm not in that right state of mind and I'm trying to fight this mental battle today. And so please excuse if this video is all over the place, but that's just how it is. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all the books that I DNF'd in the year of 2019. I know we're in February 2020 and I'm still talking about 2019, but we're not going to count January. Although there were videos in January, we're going to count those, but we're just not going to count January because it sucked. These DNFs aren't necessarily like did not finish, don't ever want to finish, F off kind of DNFs. There are the DNFs that I did not finish, but some of these I do plan on picking up again. I say too much. Part of the reason why I did not finish all of these books, or the majority of these books, didn't have to do necessarily with the fact that I did not like them, because I was enjoying them. It was just that I have so many books, and it's like when I get new books, or even just books that I'm looking at, or my subscription services, or my book of the month, every time that I get new books or I'm looking at different books all the time, my mind is like, oh my gosh, I want to read that. Oh my gosh, I want to read that. Oh my gosh, I want to read that. And then at the moment, I just never finish what I'm reading. So my brain, it's a special kind of special. So yeah, it's like something shiny, something new. Ooh, and I lose focus on what I'm reading, but it's not necessarily because I don't enjoy it. Because 99% of these books I was enjoying, or I was liking, and I'm still curious to know what happened in these books that I never finished. One of these, I am going to tell you that you will be surprised that it's in the video, because I thought I had finished it. To me, I knew what happened at the end. I read it, but apparently I never finished it. What? And it's a book that I requested an ARC of. I don't know what happened with that book, but here we are. We're gonna talk about it. Hold on, because I just remembered I had pulled one out of the stack. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to start off with is actually a DNF. It is a DNF all the way. It is I did not finish, don't want to finish, will never finish, probably will never read. I hate to say that because I really wanted to like this book, and I don't know. Let's talk about it. It is Blood Sugar by Daniel Cross. Cross, I think is how you say the name. This was a book that I was super excited about. I left it for Halloween night. I actually pushed Bird Box, which is my Halloween tradition. I pushed it out of the way for this. And I regretted it because I just don't know what I'm reading here. I know so many people liked this book and thought it was hilarious, but I just could not get into it. In this book, the characters talk in slang, and I just could not find my flow with it. I just couldn't find my flow with it. I couldn't understand it. I mean, I understood the overall storyline that it was telling. Like, I could follow along, but at the same time, I just couldn't flow with it. I actually read 60 pages of it, and this is just one of the ones, the only one in the stack that I don't think I will revisit, but never say never. I might one day, I might keep it. I do love the cover, so I will keep it for the cover. I love anything like pin-up-y, and the colors here, and it's October, so I am going to keep it. And maybe one day in the future I will pick it up, but as of the moment, in this moment, I don't plan on picking it back up. So I've been waiting to do this, to take out the bookmark, and this is just going to go on my shelf. Look, let's just put it right now as read or whatever. I'm just gonna get rid of it. Not get rid of it, but like just push it aside. But okay. All right, and then these next 5 books, these are the 5 books that I just did not finish for one reason or another, you know, shiny things, new books, all the books, and I just, in my mind, pushed them aside little by little, and I never finished them, but I really, really do want to finish these, and as a matter of fact, one of these is actually in my Tome Topple TBR, which we will talk about right now, and that is A Song of Fire and Ice by George R.R. Martin, which is the Game of Thrones book number 1. This, I got to page 224, so I was really liking it. But another thing that messes with me is like buddy reads and read-alongs. It's almost like in my mind, like I set that I had to do set read-along or buddy read, and then I just, my mind is just like, okay, no, we're not gonna do that. Why? So this was actually a buddy read with 2 of my friends over on Instagram, Tali and Jude, and actually one more person, but I can't remember who that person was right now. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I can't remember who it was, but they all finished the book, they all loved it, and here I am 220 pages in, and I just pushed it aside. I was enjoying this book so much. I was going into it, I was afraid, or even thinking about reading it, I was afraid that I wasn't going to understand it, but I followed along very nicely. I really did like it, and like I said, this was in my Tome Topple TBR, so I am going to restart it. We're actually in the middle of the readathon right now, so I'm hoping to get to it. At the rate of things, I'm still on book 1, which is Wanderers. And I don't know if I'll get to any other one, but I really do want to get to this one. Next book is a book that I was loving, and honestly, I was only 50 pages in, so I was loving it as much as 50 pages in can get you to love a book. I know it's many favorites, and I was desiring to read it so much, and I think that was my issue with it, is that I was just wanting it so much that my mind just sort of pushed it away, and that is Kill Creek by Scott Thomas. I did read Violet from him last year as an ARC, and I did enjoy it. It was a little bit slow, and I did enjoy it, but this was just a book that I was really, really into, and I was really looking forward to it, but I think that really, really just stopped me from doing it. Does that happen to anybody else? Next book is Children of Night by Dan Simmons. I know there's a little bit of controversy behind Dan Simmons and some comments that he made, but whatever, that's not what this video is about. This is a book, I really was enjoying it. I got 110 pages in. This is a slow burn horror, a slow burn vampire horror, which I am all about. And I know a lot of people found this book to be boring. Some people, this was actually in a read-along of Summer of Horror that we were having, that Ashley at Bookish Mommy was doing over on Instagram. We read, like, I think it was 3 books. We had 3 or 4 books set up for the summer that we were all going to read together. The majority of the people didn't finish this. Some of them DNF'd it. I know one person did finish it and really liked it. I believe it was Keely. I was enjoying it, but again, it was just something that just got pushed aside for probably something else that I don't know. So here we are. This is another one for AYBCXC reason. I didn't finish it. What? Yeah. Next is The Sisters Brothers. This was for another read-along. I think all of these were for read-alongs or buddy reads. And that should tell me that I need to stop. I need to stop joining in on all these read-alongs and readathons, but I almost feel like if I don't participate in these read-alongs and readathons, it's almost like out of sight, out of mind. Like, where's Marcy? She's nowhere to be found. She's not participating in anything. Does that make sense to you? Especially in the Bookstagram community, there's so many things going on all the time, and they always seem so appeasing to me and so fun to me that I'm like, yeah, I'll join, yeah, I'll join, yeah. And by the time you know it, I'm 20 books deep into the month and I can't finish any of them. It's almost like when you go to a buffet and you eat with your eyes. It's like, I want this and I want this and I want this and I want this, and then you can't finish any of it because it was so much food. That's what happens to me with read-alongs and readathons that I participate in. It's like I almost overfill my plate a little bit, or overbook myself. So yeah, The Brother Sister was a read-along that I participated in, and again was really enjoying it and was really surprised because this is a Western. This was actually run by Chris and Mark, I think it was, over on Instagram if I'm not mistaken. and I was really liking it. I'm like, how am I loving this Western? But again, I didn't finish it, and the majority of these books were in the summertime, so maybe going to the pool and everything just, I don't know. I got 101 pages into this one. I was really invested, but it just got dropped. It got dropped with no reason whatsoever. And the last and final book in this DNF of 2019 is A Boy's Life, or Boy's Life by Robert McCammon. Another one that I was really loving. This was part of the Summer Horror of Summer, or Summer of Horror read-along that Ashley ran on Instagram, and everybody finished the book and really loved it, and here I am, 110 pages in. Do we see a little pattern going on? This was 110 pages in. This was 101 pages in. This was 110 pages in. These three books were like in between 100 and 110 pages. Pattern, I see it. Not really. But yeah, again, this is a slow burn, and it's a coming of age story, and again, was loving it, but it just got pushed aside. And I think that out of all of them, I mean, I really want to finish all of them. This is the one that I'm most interested in besides Game of Thrones, but this is the one that I'm most interested in to see how it ends, because we were in the middle of like this huge like crocodile or alligator or some kind of water animal, and I was like, what is that? What's happening? So if any of these are going to get read first, it's, or you know, after this one because of the readathon, but it will be this one because I'm just super curious. This is such a loved book and such a classic that I am intrigued. And again, 110 pages in, I was pretty far in. This book is about 400 plus pages, so yeah. So that's it, you guys. Those are all the books that I DNF'd in 2019 that I still do want to finish, minus this one, which was just a complete DNF. So one DNF out of the whole entire year was pretty good. I mean, obviously I have more than one DNF, but one DNF that was truly like, just no, I don't want to pick it back up, that's not bad at all. And I have a really hard time DNFing books like that. Books that I don't finish happens to me all the time, but I end up reading them later on at some point. But this has never happened to me where I've had DNFs that have rolled over to another year. That has never happened to me because I like to start and finish the year, and that's it. But apparently 2019 was a weird one because I had books roll over. So yeah, currently for this year I have 3 books that I have started and have not finished yet for the month of January. So we're just adding on to the pile. It's okay. Let's see what happens. I will keep you guys updated maybe 3 or 4 months later on down the road and see if I have finished them finally or if I have not, which I'm not going to tell you what I think about that, but yeah. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below if you have any DNFs for the year of 2019 and if you plan on finishing them or they were just complete DNFs. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!